Oh, the winter chill. It is sweeping through upstate New York here in late December. But we've got football from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hurts throwing right away. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads, everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
They run for the first time with James Cook. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. Here's Cook again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Well, they'll run. Here comes a rookie from Michigan State. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 4, and it's third down.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Hurts. He'll try to pick it up himself. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard, 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. About 3 yards there to the 27.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both of these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bills offense headed out, and they, of course, are in their NFL rivalry-inspired uniforms. They call these the cold front, white on white. They are sharp. You're not going to find snow in Buffalo in Week 5 typically, but I tell you, the snow and the cold is such a big part of what it means to be a Bills fan and a Bills player that this uniform set really captures that idea nicely. He'll dump this off to Cook. Oh, the gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
That's good.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They run again on first down, Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Allen now looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. So after the INT, it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Bills, 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he stopped immediately there. Reed Blankenship delivering the hit.
No gain on
the free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Now Allen. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll make it 3rd down.
On the coverage.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing now is Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A 52-yard attempt.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Motion left, Smith. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Another try for Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
To the sideline and incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
At the 37-yard line.
2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Hey, what's back on this leg? What's back on this leg?
They'll try the middle with Cook. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 21, here's second down and 5. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
I got him.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And he caught it up. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Cook. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Second down and 8. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
In motion comes the tight end left. From the gun, it's Hurts. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Eagles.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now 2nd and 5. Brown the motion man right. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain on the play. brings up 3rd down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Allen to throw it. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked. And this is going to be a touchdown. Boy, problems with a snap. It leads to the block, and that in turn leads to 6 points the other way.
And while it's rare to see the long snapper get blamed for a touchdown, that's exactly what we have here. It was his snap that ultimately gave him enough time to get home. And once they scooped the ball up, there was nobody there who could get him down. Just a brutal play all around.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Hurts will throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game, and that continued with that 1st down run.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Allen. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Allen now looks to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Allen gonna throw. He'll try and do this himself. 20! And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Operating from the gun, Allen. And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And
this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis from 3 yards out. And the Bills get a bit closer. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this third quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points, and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And they're back within 8. It's 15-7.
Makes the score.
A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
First down. A gain of 7.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Delay of game, offense.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 15. Hurts. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass
supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To the air, Allen. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Bills send the punter out. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Smith, the man in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Dotson in motion right. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game. And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Inside give to Davis. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Cook up the gut. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good for a Bills first down.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And now they'll throw with Allen. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A gain of 2, just like we saw on 1st and 2nd down as well. Deuce is wild.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle but couldn't spring himself free. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Bills' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Allen going to keep it again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Zach Bond in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. At that time, finally a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. Smith will come in motion right. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
46 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
Complete to number 26, Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A A.J. Brown, 27 yards. And the Eagles have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score.
So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
A beautiful fake. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills offense back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Complete to number 86.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Here's Allen to throw it. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Allen. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
James Cook.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now Allen. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And again, it's Allen. That's complete to Davis. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you've got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing,
it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Allen to throw once more. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the
Good yardage on the completion
line.
there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And this one incomplete. Oh, a dangerous throw. Nearly picked off in the end zone, but instead second down. Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Ty Johnson taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Makes the score Eagles 22.
A pretty long drive
Bills
that time.
14.
11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Hurts to throw. This is Smith with a grab. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Throwing is Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Intended for Dallas Goedert. Incomplete. Cole Bishop on the coverage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
In motion left comes Brown.
Hurts.
Got a man. It's Brown. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
3rd down and 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line. Allen and the Bills now down by 8, 2:16 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard
4th quarter,
line.
down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
28-yard line.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Now Allen. And that's complete to Davis. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
It's a gain of
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
At the 49-yard line.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Open man is Palmer.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here's 1st down. To throw is Allen.
They will find Davis. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Throwing, Allen. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a
that's
little
skeptical about it, or
a little
did you trust
skeptical.
it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.